Sanibonani, Dumelang, Molweni, Absheni. Greetings to you, South Africa. This is Vuvu back at it again. So this month we have a new topic, of course. We keep going, new things, new edutainment. So this month's topic, is sexual orientation. Now, I'm sure you're as inquisitive as I am. I know I'm curious. So we have Ms Philippine, isn't it, today with us? She was so kind enough to let us interview her today, and we want to know a lot. So we're going to deal her with these 6 questions, hoping that she'll answer them to the best of her ability. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm great. Okay, so I won't waste the time, of course. I have just 6 Nyana questions. It's just to get us into it. So we're here at the Aurum Institute, hopefully leaning on learning more about sexual orientation. And the first question I have for Ms Philippine today is, could she please just give us an introduction of the organization and what they actually do? What do they stand for? What do they render? And.
Okay, thank you. We are Aurum Pop-In, the implementing partner of Department of Health. So we are focusing more on MSM and transgender women. So the kind of services that we are offering in our facility include screen, test, and treat. Okay, so I'm talking about screening for HIV, STIs, and TB. So with HIV, we screen, test, and treat on the spot. So with TB, we screen, test, and if it happens that you are positive, then we refer you to the facility because we don't provide treatment for TB. So normally we work with Department of Health facilities. So with STIs, we screen, test, and treat on the spot. Yes, and we also provide services for transgender women, wherein we provide hormone replacement therapy. So yes, hormone replacement therapy, wherein we provide some pills to assist them to feel, to have a feeling of who they are, who they want to be, and like the beauty, to enhance the beauty that they want to feel. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I think I've gotten a clear picture of what they do, and it's quite amazing that somebody can come here and feel comfortable and know that there's the confidentiality of them expressing themselves in the way that they want to. Okay, so my follow-up question is, why is it important for me as a teenager, most specifically in that group of teens, and to know about sexual orientation? Like, what is the importance of sexual orientation being?
Okay, we are individuals, right? And we are from different cultures, different families, different communities. Yes. So if you are not knowledgeable, you won't be able to interact with other people, and you won't be able to accept, you won't be able to help, you won't be able to protect other people. So if you are knowledgeable, it becomes easier for you to understand the gender spectrum issues, the issues affecting other people, and you as an individual. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think, yes, I agree. I truly do agree. And let's say me as an individual, I'm a heterosexual. How do I then address someone with a different sexual orientation from mine as a heterosexual?
I always advise people to treat and address other people like they are normal beings. Yes, because we experience challenges, to be honest, because you find people not understanding how does it feel to be a member of the LGBTQIA plus community. So you find them treating them like non-beings, people who need to be corrected, people who they're demonic, who are demonic. In fact, there are a lot of issues. Yes, but I just hope one step at a time, one day we'll get there. Because, like I've mentioned on your previous question, if you don't understand, you won't be able to assist or address other people. So, yes, I don't know if you allow me to maybe give a brief presentation of the gender spectrum so that maybe your viewers might get a gist of what I'm talking about.
Do you think we should? Okay. I think she should just give us just a slight brief. This should be interesting.
The issue of gender, it's complicated. So, in fact, there are 4 components that makes gender spectrum. We have sex, we have expression, we have orientation, and we have identity. Both, all of them fall under gender spectrum. So I think I'll have to briefly unpack each component so that your listeners or your viewers can understand what we're talking about. So let's start with gender identity. It's simply mean how you feel and see about yourself. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yourself.
Yes, myself.
I don't remember, or I didn't hear myself mentioning community, your parents, your friends, your teachers, or any other person. I've heard myself correctly, loud and clear. Yourself. Right. Yes. How do you see yourself? As a woman or as a man? That's what we call gender identity. Right. You see yourself as a woman, as a man, as a cis gender, as a queer, as others. Yes. Right. But how do you know other people's gender and identity? How do you know that?
How do you know that?
Yes, I'm asking you, how do you know other people's gender identities?
Identity. I think you would see in the behavior.
In the behavior.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you agree with me if I can say you're wrong?
If you would explain, further elaborate.
Okay. I always advise people to ask.
Okay.
For you to be on the safe side, you have to ask. Okay. Like you did this morning. Okay. You asked me, how would I like to be addressed?
Yes.
Right. Yes, you did it right, but you failed to answer. You see, you failed to answer the question. Yes, to be on the safe side, always ask.
Okay.
Yes. It's not always, whatever that you see, it's not always what you think.
But you know, in that case, there could be some people who are not really open with saying that, okay, you asked me how do I identify myself, and this is how I do, knowing deep down that this is what they have agreed upon with themselves, but then when they bring it out to the world, it's something different. So how can we truly know when we fall with we approach those kind of cases? Yes.
This person tell you this, knowing very well that is the opposite of the real deal. Yes. Right. Okay. Now you ask this person, let's say the preferred pronoun, right? She'll say he, she, or him, it, them, they, right? Knowing very well that she doesn't identify as the pronoun that she mentioned, right? It's totally fine. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it because you don't know the reason behind. Yes. So if I'm telling you that when you address me, you can use the it pronoun, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Totally fine. Because now you'll it's me who I'm telling you to use it.
Yes.
So I don't think you'll have to feel guilty or somehow for using whatever that I told you to
Okay.
use.
So what if it's those people who are not comfortable truly saying, when I come up to them and ask, okay, what do you want to identify as, or what can I address you as? And maybe they find it offensive, the question offensive. And do I then address the person as how I see, meaning behavior wise, and how I have analyzed them, or what exactly?
A good question.
Yes.
Okay. So if the person is not comfortable with the pronouns, right? You rather use the name. I
Rather
don't
use
think
their
there is
name.
a harm in using someone's name.
Okay.
You'll be on the safe side, to be honest, because that's their name.
Yes.
So you don't have to be angry. I call you using your name. So rather than calling me she, whereas I identify as he.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, thank you so much. Now I think with the identity, it's loud and
cool.
clear.
So
Loud
can
and
we
clear.
move to the orientation?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. When you're talking about orientation, orientation, it's about attraction.
Yes. Okay.
Who are you attracted to?
So
As-
physically,
as-
or
I'm talking about sexual and emotional attraction.
okay.
Yes. So, are you attracted to same sex or opposite sex?
Okay.
Yes. We know we have those who are attracted to same sex. There's nothing wrong with it. We have those who are attracted to opposite. Yes. Sex. The ones that are applauded by the community. Yay! They are heterosexuals. That means they are right, they are straight, they are okay. There's nothing wrong with them. Right. Yes. So also have the same sex, the members of the LGBTQIA plus community. Yes. So
Yeah,
that's that.
That's that with
So,
sexual
yes.
orientation. Okay. So
Orientation is about sexual and emotional attraction. Who are you attracted to as an individual?
Okay, so it doesn't go deeper than that.
It's
No,
about
just that
attraction
attraction. Okay, so let's
Yes.
move on to
to the sex.
sex.
Yes. We have a lot of people, ne? When we're talking about sex, you'll see smiles.
Hayi
Hey,
bo.
kuyahlekelelwa, kumnandi nje. Yes, because they're thinking of
Yes, I understand.
here
So there
I'm
can be a misconception.
yeah.
Okay,
Here I'm talking about sex.
break it down.
The sex.
The
I
sex.
understand.
Yes,
How
I
this,
understand.
how the sex, the sex,
Yeah.
they're doing the sex.
Yeah.
I understand.
I got questions.
Yes,
yes.
we call it sex they're doing.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
so, sex, it's about the genital part.
Yes.
What's in between your legs?
But I was born with.
They are signed at birth. Yes, and it's not always the case wherein you were born a male, then you have to identify or feel or express yourself as a male. That's why I said the issue of gender is complicated. You need the whole day to understand it. We need the whole day so that we can break it down bit by bit so that you can end up understanding it. So yes, sex. We have male, female, and the intersex. A male, obviously this person was born with a penis in between his legs. And then we have a female, she was born with a vagina between her legs. Then we have an intersex. An intersex, normally they will say this person have two genital parts, a vagina and a penis, of which is not true. It's not true. Because sometimes you can be an intersex, you might have the external genital part and other internal organs of the opposite sex. For example, we have males, they were born with penises, but they have uterus and they can menstruate.
So does that happen artificially, or is it by birth that now these people are intersex?
It happens naturally.
Naturally.
They were born like that.
Okay.
Yes. Back in the days, parents had a right to decide for their children. You were born, you give birth to a child, and then the doctors notice it's something it's not okay with this child. Then they'll sit with you, and then you'll decide, mina kahle kahle ngifuna ntombatana.
Yeah.
Uyayibona? So ngifuna ntombatana, kusho ukuthi ke let's remove the other organs and leave this one. But now, the very same child that we are talking about has a right to decide for themselves. You leave the genital parts of that child until he or she is of the legal age to decide on their own. Yes.
No, I think that's a clear. I didn't even know. I did not even know.
Now
See,
you know.
we are learning all together now. We are learning all together.
And then we also have gender expression.
Okay.
Yes. How you express yourself.
By gender.
Yes. How you express yourself.
Okay. So does that have to do with behavior now? Oh, yeah, okay. And how you put yourself out there.
How you present yourself to the community.
Okay, gender-wise.
How you express yourself.
Okay, just give us a more
breakdown,
like examples.
We have the issue of masculinity and being a feminine.
Yeah.
We are born. So you call them cross dressers, transgender women, transgender males. You see, this person was born a male, but now, man, he's dressed in like somehow ladies' dresses and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how that person needs to express themselves. Even the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, number 108 of 1996, everyone has a right to express themselves freely, so without any fear or doubt. So, yeah.
Okay, no, I think now we know. Now we know. Now we truly know. Okay, so as still being on the question of how do we address someone with a different gender from ours, and I used the example of me being a heterosexual, and how can I address someone with a different gender? Could we twist that question and actually make it, how does someone with a different gender address a heterosexual? How could you say?
To be on the safe side, always ask.
Always ask.
Yes.
Okay.
If maybe you are afraid or ashamed, just use that person's name.
Okay.
You'll be,
just like you said before.
You will be fine.
Okay.
You won't fight with anyone. Then you won't be beaten by anyone.
Okay.
You won't offend anyone. Then you'll be okay.
Okay, no problem. So Moving on to the next question. Um, let's do it. Let's look at community and society now, sort of out there. What do you think society or communities need to understand about sexual orientation? Let's make an example. I'll make an example of myself. I come from a very Christian based community and society. That's how I grew up. So me having my own principles and my own views, how do you think I need to understand? Why do I need to understand about sexual orientation?
Okay. I think we need to start by understanding that everyone has a right to be who they are, right? So it's not our place to judge or question, right? You've mentioned that you are from a Christian background, right? So I don't think as Christians, yes, you have your values, your things that you consider to be normal, right?
Yes.
But I said your things.
Yeah.
I didn't say our things,
Yeah.
right? So what you as an individual consider to be normal,
Yes.
the next person might consider it to be abnormal,
Yeah.
right? We are individuals. We are not the same. We will never be the same. That's what the communities need to understand.
Okay.
And they also need to understand that as much as they have their rights, they also have the responsibility to respect other
Yeah.
people's rights. We understand. So now, back to the issue of sexual orientation. I've just explained the spectrum.
Yes.
Yes. So the communities need to understand that being a homosexual is not demonic.
Okay.
Those people, there is nothing wrong with them. They don't need to be corrected. And they deserve to be treated with love, care, respect, like any other person. Because at the end of the day, we are people, right? We are human beings. And we are from families, we are from communities. So if you, as my sister, you're failing to accept me like the way I am, who do you think will be able to do so while when you are failing?
Okay.
So we need to understand that they are human beings, they are normal, there is nothing wrong with being a homosexual. So the issue of stigma, discrimination, and the manner in which we treat them, in fact, have a negative impact on their mental health. Because we have a lot of people who are suffering from stress. We have a lot of people who are suffering from depression. We have a lot of people who are like substance abusers. We have a lot of people who resorted to body selling. If you check the motive behind it or the contributory factors to that kind of behavior, you will cry because you find that that kind of behavior, it's because of the things that emanates from home, from the community. But with community, I won't say there is that too much damage, but with the family, yes. So, as communities, we need to learn. We need to allow ourselves to be teachable.
Yeah.
Yes, because now I'm going to give you example. Isn't it that I'm dealing with these cases?
Yes.
You find that you have a child. Okay, and He's been living in closet for a long time. Now he feels that now is the time I need to disclose and live my life freely. So, but now as a mother, you fail to understand, no, understand and accept, not because you fail to, simply because umakhelwane uzokuthini, umfundisi uzokuthini. Konje, so and so had this kind of a child, and then I used to laugh at that person. So do you think you'll be able to accept your child? Because you used to laugh at other people's children, but now you have to face the same experience. That's why in most cases it becomes difficult for the parents to accept their children. But Mina, I would say, there is nothing wrong with being a homosexual. As communities, as families, we just need to open our hearts and learn, and then we'll be able to accept. You cannot judge me because no one died and give you that platform.
Yes, of course.
We are one.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes, of
And
course.
in most cases, it's you tolerate the services. This, in most cases, we experience challenges when we have to access services there and there. Because now you'll go to this institution, then bakubuka kabi, or treat us somehow simply because you are one. So I think if we stop judging other people and allow ourselves to learn and understand, then we'll be able to accommodate everyone.
No, thank you so much. I hope we've heard, because it's actually a very deep topic. I have to admit it's a very deep topic on how we treat ourselves and others. Yes, how we treat others and each other as communities and societies, and most especially families. So it goes a long way on how we can be able to make someone feel comfortable enough to be themselves and. Okay, so question after that is, what sexual health advice now would you give a young person of a different sexual orientation? And this could be any kind, whether homosexual, whether heterosexual, any kind. Okay.
Okay. Sexual health.
Sexual orientation.
Sexual
health advice.
Normally I'll say be safe, be safe, be safe.
Yeah.
Konje, we are talking about young people,
Yes,
right?
young people. They're very excited.
The generation.
They're doing anything and everything.
Yes. So, but now,
Okay.
young people, Konje, they're still trying to explore some of the things, right?
Yes.
But the question is, how are they doing it? That's why I said, be safe, be safe, be safe. Remember, in everything that you're going to do, make sure that you come out safe, because there is no real life. Yes.
Okay, so the main key with sexual health is be safe.
Be safe.
And how exactly would you say you could be safe? Like, could you give us maybe a few examples or scenarios on maybe if this is happening, this is how we could approach a situation in all types of sexual orientation?
Okay. Konja, I've mentioned that they're still trying to explore some of the things. They're still trying to find Boma Lavinyana there and there. We are born.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yes. It's normal.
Yeah.
We've been there, done that.
Yes.
We understand that it's a phase,
Yes.
and there is no way that you can skip the phase. We understand. So obviously, you also need to feel what's kunjani. We understand. So, but be safe. Yes. We have woman condoms, right? Yes. Because normally when I distribute my condoms, I will tell people, I'm not giving you balloons. I'm giving you condoms.
Yes.
Right? Because they have this tendency of giving the little ones my condom, which and them a balloon, right?
Yes.
So I'm not giving you balloons. I'm giving you condoms. And there is a reason why mailing my condom.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be safe.
Yes.
Why understand?
Yes.
We also have booking. Why understand? Sometimes with their friends in their corner somewhere, they will be thinking maybe they're educating each other only to find that they're misleading each other.
Yeah.
So you don't have to just sit in your corner there if you don't understand things, or ask a friend who also doesn't understand. Why understand? So you have to come out and seek advices from experts or people who are dealing with those kind of things on daily basis, like the issue of woman contraceptives. I understand. So you cannot go and ask your friend who's also still trying to find herself or himself. Obviously, they will tell you, see, you sleep with a guy and the following day you drink a lot of water, you flush everything out, then you won't fall pregnant.
Yes.
Or you sleep with a guy today, tomorrow you drink vinegar. If the guy is HIV positive, you flush the virus out of your system, which is totally wrong
Wrong. Yes.
because we don't have such things.
Yes.
So, yes. So, they need to understand
Yes.
see, the facilities, the organizations are there.
And they need to be used.
They need
Yes.
to be used
Yes.
for the betterment of themselves
Yes.
and to keep themselves safe.
Okay. No, now I understand when you say be safe. We must be
So
safe.
be safe.
Yes.
And also we have Boma transactional sex.
Okay.
I think you understand good see a transactional sex kindoenjani.
Yeah.
Okay. You find that the first year student or UMP or TUT, your friends banaboma Peruvian, boma frontal and ma whatnot.
Yeah.
And your family background doesn't allow you to own those kind of things because your mother obviously can't afford, and the little that she have, she makes sure that she sacrifices for you just ukuthi ukhona ukulala udlile. But ke wena ufunani?
More.
Ufuna more. Obviously you'll have a friend that's Miguel, I have malume so and so. Believe me, I'm telling you things that we see on daily basis. Because you'll go there around lunchtime, you'll see the big cars waiting for the little girls, little boys. Obviously, there is kind of transaction that is happening there. Then, if you are not playing safe, you'll graduate. But you'll graduate either with pregnancy or a child who doesn't have a father, or with the virus.
Okay. So we also understand that if we do not take these measures and we do not consider being safe, this is what it can lead to, which can be the ruin or the doom to futures of many young people. Yes, okay, no, I understand. And just one last question. After this, Kwama last. This is Kwama last. So it's like manje. My last question for you of the day is, what reproductive options do you give the different sexual orientations? by means of like, if a transgender woman would come right now, how, what would you advise them, or what services do you give to them, or what options do you give them to maybe have the hopes of having a child, or and.
Like I've mentioned at the beginning, our main focus, like, is MSM and transgender women, right? So, and with issues of hormone replacement therapy, the therapy itself, it affects someone's sperm count, which can lead to them not being able to have their own babies when the time is right, or when they feel like now it's time to have their own babies. So we normally advise them to use sperm freezing services, even though we don't offer it in our facility. But yeah, that's the kind of option that we give them for their own personal use at a later stage when they feel they are ready for having their own children. Use sperm freezing. Others will opt for surrogacy, but we haven't had that kind of case. Yes, yes. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's all you can.
surrogacy and sperm freezing, because if you check,
Yeah.
here we are dealing with people
Yeah.
who their sex assigned at birth were males. So obviously it's only two options: sperm freezing or surrogacy. Yes.
I think that's enough for today. I don't know if you learned a few things, but I learned a few things, and we are so 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 grateful that Ms Philippine was able to educate us more on sexual orientation today. I learned a lot, and I hope that you learned a lot. And let's hope that there can be more of this. Let's hope that there can be more of this. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Give me a take five. Thank you.